motion is unpredictable. Life is unpredictable. And if we are scared of that which is unpredictable, it can be easier to not do anything at all and call it being spiritual and going within, when in reality you're just scared of meeting life heads on. You're scared of showing up as yourself, being vulnerable, sharing your thoughts and worldviews, because you don't know how it will be received. You're scared of failing, so that's why you don't commit to things, because then you don't risk being a failure. What if there is a way to re-engage with life that is actually not that scary, that is actually quite gentle? You will not know what will happen around the next corner. This is to truly participate in life, of exposing yourself for the unknown, instead of sitting on your ass meditating all day, or just being at home because the world feels like a threat. Even if you don't have, like, what I can see a lot of people doing, including myself in the past, is that we are waiting for signs. We are waiting for something to move us. And this can be true sometimes, right? You engage with life and suddenly there is something that you like, feel this intuitive hit that you want to respond to and you want to engage with. But what if you're just standing on the sidelines, not engaging at all, or taking responsibilities, or that you're just in this kind of vacuum that you yourself have put yourself in, and that the way out of that and into motion and engagement and aliveness and living life is to actually just start with something, start engaging with something. And in the past I've struggled a lot with, like, either I commit to something really, really hard and then I stick to it and it almost becomes this like pressure, and I'm forcing myself and I'm draining myself because I'm like running on a train track behind a train in 200 kilometers an hour, right? But what if we can look at commitments in a new way, where instead of using that word, we can look at it as finding different rhythms that supports you naturally into more engagement in life, into more aliveness. And this comes in the areas of your romantic relationships and your friends and jobs and also your physical health and everything. That we are, in order to build a life that we can feel proud of, we need to engage and commit over time. And if we look at it as a rhythm instead of as an obligation, it can feel a bit easier. And then suddenly you find yourself in this rhythm that actually works for you, that doesn't feel draining, but gives you more aliveness, that brings you more joy, where life opens up in a way because you're suddenly starting to participate instead of sitting on the sidelines. And that's a big difference. The sidelines can feel safe and comfortable for some time, until it feels like a dead end. It's like you're sitting there and nothing happens. because you're not engaging with anything that is important to you. And you don't even know what is important for you because you don't even try, because you're scared of failing. And if this hits home for you, like it's been hitting home for me, it's to become honest with yourself and also include the part of you that is scared. That this, you don't need to do it perfectly. And a part of, doing it in a different way, where instead of forcing yourself through life and feeling like you are like needing to move so fast so you don't fall, right? But that you can actually find a rhythm that supports you and that can feel really, really good. But first you need to build that trust within yourself that you will be fine, and that this scared part of you that doesn't know how to engage with life anymore because it doesn't even want to try. You need to include this part as well. And do it as a team instead of leaving a part of you behind. Include that vulnerable part of you that doesn't want to do the thing that you know is good for you. And when it feels included, the actual thing in itself feels easy to do because you are no longer pushing yourself or forcing yourself or avoiding it altogether. You're actually meeting life head on with a kind of compassion to this part of yourself, but also a firmness to actually go and do it. So it's the balance of having some firmness and pushing yourself, but to include the part of you that is scared. And this is when you become an embodied human being that doesn't just use spiritual language or find ways to avoid the things that you're scared of, but instead you're meeting it with compassion for yourself. And this, over time, makes this part of you feel safe to be included, which will make you feel less alone and more like a team member, and where the life that you truly want to live starts to take form because of your willingness to say yes to life instead of sitting on the sidelines and waiting for something to happen.